Jazzcast Pros.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Her Within. Today's episode is a bit more personal, raw, real, and reflective. I'm sharing something that I have not done before. I am heading to Costa Rica in July for a sacred ayahuasca retreat. I am excited. I am nervous. I am feeling all the feelings. And if you're wondering what is ayahuasca, let's talk about it. Welcome to Healing Her Within, the podcast for women who are ready to break free, rise up, and reclaim every part of themselves. I'm your host, Maryann Rivera-Dannert, certified life and confidence coach, author, speaker, and a woman who's walked through the fire and came out fearless. So ayahuasca has indigenous roots, South American origins, especially among the Shipibo and Quechua peoples. It's a sacred plant medicine made from two plants. And I'm going to attempt to pronounce these two plants, and I'm probably going to butcher the names, but let's go for it. So the first one is Banisteriopsis cacti, which is a vine, and then Psychotria viridis, which is a leaf. So basically, it's a combination of a vine and a leaf. It contains DMT, which is a powerful psychoactive compound, and MAOIs that make the experience last longer. It's taken as a tea in a ceremonial settings led by shamans or experienced facilitators. And ayahuasca is not something that you just try. It is something that you prepare for, that you are called to do. It is known as the vine of the soul for a reason. It shows you what's buried deep within your spirit. You may be wondering, why on earth am I doing this? So I have been carrying this question for a very long time, probably for like the last 5 years or so. And that question is, what am I carrying right now that my soul is begging to surrender? So I invite you to also think about that question and ponder and reflect on that question. Just ask that question and then just sit with it and see what your soul responds. What are you carrying right now that your soul is begging you to surrender? So this retreat came at a perfect time. I actually am going to be going with two sisters that I truly love, admire, and have been following for quite some time. I will say probably since like 2017, probably 2018, when I moved to Florida. Not really sure which one I came across first, whether it was Dr. Stephanie Burgos or whether it was Lauren of Love, but they are connected. They have done many plant medicines and some other stuff, healing medicines in their own practices, in their own journeys. And I think this is the second or third ayahuasca retreat that they have led alongside with their shaman that they're facilitating together. So it's not just them doing it. They're going to be with their shaman that has, I think, like 3 or 4 decades, maybe even more, I'm not sure, of plant medicine experience. So it's very safe. I feel very comfortable. I have met Stephanie and Lauren in person. Actually, June 21st, I went on a upgrade retreat for 8 hours, which was truly amazing. It was phenomenal. You can check my Instagram account for that. And I'm probably going to do an episode about that also. But yeah, so I have met them in person. I told Stephanie I was a little starstruck because, again, I've been following both of them for 7-8 years. I have been following their journeys and things like that. So when I saw that they were, number one, when they were doing the upgrade retreat and it was going to be in upstate New York, I'm like, wait, I'm in New York. I'm back in New York. when is this happening? I immediately signed up. And then when they were talking about the ayahuasca retreat, I was like, whew, I want to do this. I had a call with Lauren because again, it's not just something that you say, oh, I'm going to try this. And then you just go ahead and do it. No, there's a whole process. There were some forms I had to fill out, some questionnaires. I had a one-on-one with Lauren to talk more about it. And then I had a one-on-one intake with Dr. Stephanie Burgos. And Stephanie is an actual doctor. She's a medical ER doctor in Florida. So very prepared, very knowledgeable. And it just, came at a perfect time. And what I am hoping to release, what I am hoping to discover or to shift is to step more into who I was created to be, into the purpose that I am here on this earth to fulfill and to live and enjoy and live and embody and experience. Because listen, we only have one life. We only have one life. And as my friend Ebony Nicole Smith had shared in a few episodes ago, a while back, that there are two dates that are very important. And I know that she's not the first one that this didn't come from her, but she's the one that recently said it. So I'm quoting her. There are two dates in life that are guaranteed and that are very important: your birthday and your death date. And then that dash in between those two dates. What are you planning to do with that dash? What legacy are you trying to build and leave behind for your children, for your grandchildren, for your nieces, nephews, cousins, aunts, uncles, for the strangers that will come across your work? What legacy are you trying to build and leave behind? So I'm trying to see what I need to release, what I need to discover, what I need to shift. There are some fears and resistance and curiosity that are within me. There are fears that I know that I'm aware of these fears, but then there are things in those dark, secret places that I might not be aware of, that I know are holding me back, because these fears exist in my subconscious. They're holding me back because I'm not living to my fullest potential. So that is what I hope to gain through this experience, and I'm ready for it. So what do I expect during the ceremony? So from what I have read, from what I have watched, because again, then I started watching a whole lot of YouTube videos and things like that. And in my conversations through Stephanie and Lauren, I know that, it's going to be a setting. It's going to be a safe environment. It's only women. The only male that's going to be in the group is the shaman, but I'm going to be surrounded by all women who are experienced guides. So Stephanie, again, and Lauren have done many ceremonies. Some of the ladies, because we have a private chat group going on, some of them, this is their first time. So we're going to be experiencing this together. For some of the ladies, they have sat with Aya in the past. So this could be their second, the third, or fourth time. There's also some fasting, also known as dietas, that you have to do before the journey. So I'm about, as of the day that I'm recording this, I am just under 4 weeks away, so under 30 days. So I've slowly started to do some of this. So there's no meat, no alcohol, caffeine, or etc. That is, it's highly encouraged that you don't do this, because again, you don't know, number one, what the effects are going to be with your body, because everyone's body is different. You don't want anything to contradict and affect and alter anything that shouldn't be happening. And then again, you want to have the full effect as much as possible of the plant. When it comes to the physical, this part I'm a little nervous about, but again, listen, we're all in this together. So there's going to be some physical purging. It could be vomiting, it could be crying, it could be sweating, it could be number two, it could be a combination of everything. This is called La Purga because it's a symbolic of emotional and energetic release. You may experience visions, insights, ancestral messages, and deep healing. So it's important to know that this is not a trip like recreational drugs. This is a sacred journey. It can be something beautiful, terrifying, cleansing, or even quiet. It gives you what you need, not necessarily what you want. And I think that this is the beautiful thing about it, because whenever we are stepping into something new, something that we have never done before, something that we may be curious about, we have these expectations. But then again, your soul knows what it needs. And that is what it's going to give you, not necessarily what you want. So while I'm looking to unearth, fears and shadows that may be lingering, deep down inside in the dark corners, things that I am hoping to reveal that I might not be aware of. Listen, the plan is going to give me what the plan feels that I need, and I am ready for it. So it's important to surrender and listen to what the plant has to teach you. So ayahuasca teaches you to surrender, letting go of control, logic, ego. It brings you face to face with your inner child, with old wounds, with limiting beliefs. And I think that this is the part that I'm both excited about, and I'm also nervous, and I'm also curious about, because again, there are things that I know has happened to me, as a teen, as a child, early adulthood, and things like that. But again, when our bodies, when we face traumas, when we face things that, shift us, push us into an area that is not necessarily who we are, our body protects us. So sometimes when we have old wounds, again, traumas and things like that, it's not necessarily like a split personality, but again, your body protects you. So there could be things in my past that are blocked off because again, my body is protecting me. My heart, my mind is all protecting me from those things. And that is what I'm ready to face. That is what I am ready to come face to face, because if you don't know what is going on, what is there, you can't fix it. You can't work on it. You can't fully step into the person that, again, you were created to be. And I know that I have a greater purpose here on this earth. I know that I was created for much more, and I am ready. So again, ayahuasca brings you face to face with your inner child, old wounds, limiting beliefs. Is often described as 10 years of therapy in one night. So for everyone that is currently listening and you are in therapy, if you have been doing years, months of therapy, can you imagine things just being cleared up and making sense in one night? Now, caution, I'm not telling you to go try ayahuasca, but this is what it's been told, what it's been explained and described as 10 years of therapy in one night. And I know that this is going to be very transformative for me because we are actually going to be having 3 ceremonies. I'm going to be gone for a week. And during that week, we are going to be taking part in 3 ceremonies. So let's see. An affirmation that I want to share that, again, has been guiding me and that I've been reflecting on and holding dear and near to my heart as this, experience, journey gets closer and closer by the day, by the minute, and things like that. I trust that my healing knows the way, even when I do not. I trust that my healing knows the way, even when I do not. So I want to talk a little bit more about preparing your mind, body, and spirit for ayahuasca. So there's a lot of clean eating. Take a sip of water. During my intake meeting with Dr. Stephanie, she asks everything about like health, illnesses, vitamins, any medications that I'm currently taking, any surgeries, like a regular doctor asks you all these questions. That's how deep she went in. And again, because I want to make sure that, you are taking the right steps, the right precautions, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. So preparing the heart, body, and spirit, there's clean eating. I have been doing some journaling, a little bit, some meditations, and also intention settings. I have started to work on that because, again, one of the things that Lauren did say to me when we had our one-on-one is that since the moment that I said yes to sitting with Aya, that things were going to start shifting, that I'm going to start noticing some things. And let me tell you, she was spot on. One of the things that I have started to notice is that there are people in my life that were once very close to me in my circle, and slowly those relationships have started to change. And at first it was kind of like bothering me, but then I remembered what Stephanie said. I mean, not Stephanie, Lauren said. I said yes to ayahuasca. I am looking forward to this, and that I am looking forward to just walking and stepping more into my purpose, to be aligned with the person that I was created to be and meant to be on this earth. And if that means removing people, places, and things, if you know me, you know me. You know that is something that I don't shy away from. Because again, I am removing what's no longer serving me so I can make space and create space for what I need, for what I want, for what is going to take me into my next. I am also creating space emotionally and energetically to receive messages and healing. Again, when I went to the upgrade retreat, there were so many downloads that I have started to immediately receive and afterwards. And I'm being more intentional, being more purposeful. There are things that I'm like, did that really happen? Did that really occur? And I'm like, okay, so that's the message. Okay, I'm learning to heal now. I'm not waiting for the actual ayahuasca ceremony for the healing to start. It's starting right now as I prepare my mind, body, and soul. And I am letting go again of expectations. I want medicine to give me what I need, not necessarily what I want. And a quick tip for you: if you are drawn to plant medicine, I want you to start with your intention. Don't rush into it. I want you to read, I want you to research, and I want you to reflect, like, why? And just know that your soul will tell you when it's time. Because again, I have been thinking about this for numerous years, and here it is, 2025, finally going to sit with ayahuasca. So how exactly does this align with healing her within, with who I'm stepping into? So this retreat is another layer of me walking in what I say that I'm going to do. I don't just talk about things that I want to do. I actually do them. So this aligns with the healing, awakening, liberation, and igniting parts from my healing framework. This isn't about escaping my life. It's about returning to myself. And again, if you are being led, if you're curious about what ayahuasca is and things like that, I invite you to do your own reading. I invite you to do your own research. There are a lot of YouTube videos. There are a lot of people out there that have tried it and things like that. As a woman, I will highly recommend that you stick to being in a women container, because again, the masculine energy is very different than the feminine energy. You want to make sure that you are in a safe space. And I am going to be having Lauren of Love on the show soon. So we'll be digging a little deeper, and she will also offer more insights. And I am also going to be having Dr. Stephanie Burgos very soon. So make sure that you are subscribed and that you are following Healing Her Within so you don't miss those interviews. So I invite you that again, to reflect on what you may need to heal, what you may need to face, or what you may need to explore in your own healing journey. And I am more than willing and open to sharing my experience when I return from Costa Rica, which is, again, I'm going to be going at the end of July. So stay tuned, because I am going to be having, it's probably going to be an entire month of what my journey was like that I am going to be sharing, because then I will have personal experience, not just something that I am looking to do. So I want to end with, sometimes the most courageous thing that you can do is to sit with yourself and listen to the truth your soul has been whispering all along. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening all the way to now. Again, make sure that you are subscribed, that you don't miss the next episodes, because I'm going to be having Lauren and Stephanie, and we are going to be digging a little deeper into ayahuasca and other forms of healing modalities. Make sure that you nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and I will see you here next week with a whole new, brand new episode. If you loved this episode, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a sister who needs it, and leave a review so more women can find their way to healing. And remember, your healing is your responsibility, but you don't have to do it alone. Follow me on social media at Maryann Rivera Dannert, and be sure to visit MaryannRiveraDannert.com to access free resources, coaching programs, and learn more about the events at the Healing Her Studio in Rochester, New York. Until next time, keep healing, keep rising, and always honor the woman you're becoming. This is Healing Her Within, and girl, we are just getting started.